Hey, Michigan. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. Hello. He likes doing this. Hello. You're just gonna sit and such a funny puppy. You're sitting right on my lungs, and it's so hard for me to breathe. Do you know that? Even with a 5-pound puppy, it's hard for me to breathe. Somebody asked me what I used to do before I got sick. And I had a life, actually, before I got sick. I had a fun life. I did a lot of fun stuff. I worked in policing for about 20 years now. And besides that, I designed for another many years. And so I graduated as a medical technologist and I worked in labs. And but I have to say, when I started working, I worked in high tech. And then the bubble went kapoof and crashed. And I wasn't going to take, 3 times a charm, because I worked for 2 high tech companies that went bust. And so I started working with policing and for Aboriginal policing. And I really liked it. Took a massive pay cut, mind you, which was crazy and tough because I had 2 boys that I was raising by myself. And but I love policing. I got to meet chiefs of police from the First Nations. I also got to meet policing partners from the RCMP, from the OPP, from all over. So, from OPS, Ottawa Police Service. And so it was really, really cool to work with all of these different police services. And I really liked it. So from that point on, I worked doing a lot of different things. I worked in comms. I worked in HR. Majority of my time, was I'll keep going backwards. I worked at Solicitor General, for a Director General, and so it was really cool. And then from that point on, I was asked to go to Corrections Canada, and I did for a short amount of time to get somebody ready. And then the Deputy Commissioner's Office wanted me, and I did not want to stay with Corrections. I knew that. So I was there helping a Director General that I knew very well, and that was it. So I went to where I've always wanted to go, and that's the RCMP, always. I've always wanted to go there, and I landed there. And so I landed on the big floor where the commissioner is, working for a deputy commissioner. And that was awesome in comms. And so we did comms from east to west coast, from coast to coast to coast, and we did comms for the commissioner. And that was awesome. I loved it. There was so many things that I saw. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. There were so many things I saw in my job that I can't talk about. And where I was trying to get to, was, excuse me, there's a reason why I grabbed this. It's a Christmas card, and it was a friend of mine, Peter. And he was a deputy commissioner, now retired. And those are his Great Danes. And he is married to a wonderful doctor, Anna. And they have beautiful Great Danes. And I had a Great Dane named Angus, Black Great Dane. And he was Black Angus. So under Peter fell the labs. And just before I got sick, I was actually getting ready to start moving into the labs and doing what I was trained to do. I have my blood spatter interpretation. I have my crime scene. My brain's not allowing me to talk right now, sorry. Blood spatter interpretation, crime scene investigation, which is so awesome and cool. Fingerprint analysis, and firearms. And I have all my certificates and everything. And so I was going to be working, or wanted to work, or was getting ready to work in one of the areas, latent prints, or something, crime scene, where they were coming into the labs. And I was so looking forward to that. And I got sick. And I went down, and that was it. That's all she wrote. I thought I was going back. I really did. I thought that this would heal. I did not think that this was going to hang around for any length of time at all. I thought it was going to go away. I never had headaches. I never had things like this. It's my body. Things happened, and that was it. And there was nothing I could do about it. Everybody tried. Everybody's tried. Everybody's continued to try. Sorry. I'm going to get migraines because I keep yawning. Sorry. Or worse intensity. Everybody's continued to try the best they can to give me some kind of quality of life. But I did. I would kayak out on the Ottawa River, and I would kayak for hours. I would go to bars and play music, and I would so many things. I would go with friends to house parties, and we would have jams at many people's homes or ranches, or things like that. And believe it or not, I was getting into dating again, because I had taken about a 5-year sabbatical from dating to find out what I wanted to do, who I wanted in my life, what I wanted in my life. And when I found all of this out, boom, I was knocked on my ass. Real heavy. I tried to get up, and I was knocked on my ass again. And the more I kept trying to get up, the more I kept being knocked on my ass. I didn't know I wasn't going to go back to work. I got a letter in the mail. It's from my insurance, saying I was effectively retired. When I went to my doctors, one of them, for the big gastric guy who runs all of the Ottawa hospitals, gastroenterology, when he had told me everything he had told me, that there was nothing they could do, after he had run all of his testing and everything I had done, and he had saw everything that was happening, he said, there's nothing we could do. There is no cure for what I have. It'll only get worse. there's no medications that I could take. We tried. My body doesn't work well with any of it. So my body will just continue to decline. And what they're trying to do right now is offer me some kind of quality of life. Because right now I don't really have much of one. Pretty much stuck at home. And so they're trying to, with the major surgery that they're going to do, is offer me some kind of quality of life. Plus fix all the damage below in my rectum area. But I did. My life was fun. They called me the life of the party. I get the party going, and we would have lemon drops and slippery nipples and all of this stuff, and it was fun. And we'd be doing drums or cajon, or, we'd be outside by the campfire or boating or whatever. We'd just be having fun. Lots of fun. And I met some fabulous people, some awesome people in music. I met some awesome people from the States, from all over the States, and from all over England. And I've met some awesome people. I've been so fortunate that way. I got to sing with the Funk Brothers. So many things I got to do that normal people don't get to do. I did. So I did have an awesome life with my kids, my boys. I went and did stuff with them. We went places. It's when this hit me and knocked me down. That was it. I volunteered every year at the Help Santa Toy Parade for the firefighters. I would set up with all my buddies who were on the force. I'd set up for Santa and the people that were parade goers that were in the parade to make sure that they had food and hot chocolate and coffee to warm them up, and Santa to make sure he was there on time and have everything he needed. And I did so many different things. I wanted to get into doing races, and I was looking into that. And that was it. It was a beautiful sunny day in July. It was a beautiful sunny day, and it was just after my dad passed. And something happened. And from that point on, it changed my life forever to what I have now. I didn't know what had happened. They thought it was a stroke, but it was similar to that. It was all the migraines. Every one of them fired at the same time. I didn't have headaches. I didn't have any headaches. I'd never had migraines. It was so bizarre because I was like, I don't have any of this at all. Where is this coming from? I'm adopted. And I was able to find my father's family and recently. And I have a lot in my birth family. I seem to have got the trifecta from both sides. I had cancer when I was young. And I had a whole bunch of things. When I was 37, they were doing surgery on my colon. And they couldn't believe they were doing surgery on my colon. That was Dr. Bunasar. It was my first gastroenterology. That's when I first became introduced to gastroenterology. and he started seeing issues, and he first diagnosed me with having gastroparesis. And I was like, what? Gastro, what is that? And when I was in the hospital, they also diagnosed me at the Queens by Carleton with gastroparesis after they did their testing. I puked nonstop for 7 days, every few minutes, and I was very ill. And this was in 2012, after my brother passed. I turned green, literally. So I had a life. I had a fun life. I would jog 5K, 10K. I would go to the gym at work. And on the weekend, I would do stuff with people. I would go see the horses. Oh, my horses. Oh, I would go to the stables and go to the horses, or go to the farm and see the horses, the yearlings. And bring people with me. But I had a life. And that's why I keep saying, my diseases, my incurable diseases, my illnesses, my everything, don't define me. I define me. I am me. I am Michelle. I am Miche. This is me. My diseases aren't me. And I do what I can every single day. Whatever this body allows me to. So, there you have it. And I helped a lot of people along the way. So, there you have it. Manam. Peace, love. Miche out. Manam. Morning, Miche. It's Miche. Good morning, Miche. Morning. It gets so dry in here. Oh, my eyes get so dry. Anyways, my nose looks so big. I'm laughing at that because I have this little thing that fits in there, and it opens up my nostrils, which allows me to breathe. And let me tell you, it's an awesome godsend. It really is, because I just like, So I like this, and it has little mentholatum discs or whatever inside. And so yeah, I'm loving it. Do my exercises. Do you hear that? When I push all the air out, it has a hard time trying to get out. So and that's coughing therapy. So that I can breathe in and then breathe out. But that's what I do. Peace. Mana. Do. Mana. Tired. But it's okay. I have my num guys. So I just wanted to say quickly that I'm just resting. Getting my energy. All is good. All is good. All is good. It's all good. Peace of Miche. Out. Manum do 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 do. Manum do 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 do. Manum do 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 do. Do 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 do.